Alright. This is the Tier 6 Russian Oops, hold on. Much better. Cruiser, the Budyonny. It has been a while since I took this ship out, and I'm really glad I did because I forgot how much fun this ship is. And it did bring back a few memories of the past. So we're going to go ahead and outfit her. I've already got some camouflage on her. It's going to make it harder for the enemy to hit me, and that's important on the Budyonny because I forgot just how soft this ship is. Her armor is soft. It's not great. It's adequate. You're gonna have to be mindful about being broadside to anybody. And for signals, we've got a flag to increase the experience points earned in battle. I'll take that. Greater chance of starting a fire on the enemy. I'll take that. Even more chance of setting fire to the enemy. I'll take that. 300 free experience. 300% increase to free experience. I'll take that. And buff up my secondaries some. I'll take that. Boy, I'm really glad World of Warships added containers to the game. I enjoy using these flags. So we're going to jump right into battle. Talk strategy, and then we'll go over the hard numbers later. Go over the armor layout later. Her hit points, 30,800, is pretty good. There are a few other Tier 6 cruisers from other countries that don't have that much. Her main guns, she's got 3 turrets. 2 forward, 1 aft. Each turret has got 3 guns. Each gun about 6 inches in projectile diameter. Take a look at the layout of the ships. You see, it doesn't really favor us, but it doesn't really oppose us that much either. It's a pretty even battle, really. Now, what's really cool on the Budyonny is the reload time of those main guns. It's only 8 seconds, which is screaming fast. And those guns, when they shoot, those projectiles are flying at 950 meters per second. Translated over, that's just over 2,000 miles per hour. 2,000 miles per hour. So she's a flat shooting girl, and that makes it a lot of fun. You can't lob your shells high up into the air and drop them down on the enemy, but that's okay. You're going to be having too much fun. Her 180% turret rotation is 25 seconds, which pretty much sucks. Battleships out there can match that. Now, something you need to know in the Budyonny is you don't want to be the tip of the spear. Because if you are going to get killed. She's just got soft armor. So you want to let other people get ahead of you. I'm only at 3/4. That's a friendly destroyer up ahead of us, but then destroyers always go charging out ahead. It's so easy for them to spot the enemy without themselves being spotted. And there's our first enemy, who just vanished. Well, not for long. They'll pop up. Now the dispersion on the main guns at full range is 137 meters. That might seem a little bit large, but you're going to see in practice it doesn't feel like it. It's quite accurate. She has both high explosive and armor piercing ammo. I've got AP loaded, and I should have known better, because the ships are nose on to me. You want to use high explosive when the enemies are nose on to you. Now against that destroyer, AP was just dumb. I shouldn't have done that. So I did finally get wise and get high explosive ready to load up here. And this next salvo I'm about to fire is high explosive. Watch what happens. Boom. High explosive is what you want to use against a destroyer in this ship. $2,900 damage. I know he's there. Now I'm back to armor piercing, 4,300 damage. So we got quite a knife fight going on over here at Cap A. Now the torpedoes that the Budyonny carries are pretty much for defense only. Suicide range, 4 kilometers. Now watch how fast we whittle down this ship. It's me and one destroyer on our side. Whoops, sorry. Just me against him now. The other 2 guys on our team over here got wiped out. But these torpedoes have only got a 4 kilometer range. So they're pretty much defense only, unless you get to suicide range like this. But they travel 65 knots, so they're hard to dodge. Now this enemy ship I'm shooting at was at full health 30 seconds ago, and I just did 11,000 damage. This is what the Budyonny can do at close range. Boom!
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
So we just sank our second ship.
Our team has taken the lead.
It was 3 against 3 over here. As you can see, the Budyonny packs a pretty serious punch. She really does. You just want to be mindful of your armor. You really don't want to be broadside on. Now the Budyonny does have secondary guns. 3 turrets, each with 2 guns, 100 millimeters. Reload time is 3.8 seconds. And the range is 4.7 kilometers. So you definitely don't want to rely on her secondaries, but at least her secondaries can let the enemy know that the Budyonny has secondaries. Now her AA sucks. It really does. She's got 3 turrets, each with 2 guns at 100 millimeters with a range of 5 kilometers. 3 turrets, each with 4 guns, each gun at 37 millimeters with a range of 3.5 kilometers. And 6 turrets, each with 2 guns of 25 millimeters per gun. Range 3.1. So all in all, the AA is unimpressive and really won't do much for you. If the enemy is dumb enough to come to within 3 kilometers, maybe you'll get one. Now I can see from the map that there's an enemy battleship headed up towards A. I'm not going to go charging after him, because I'm a cruiser. He'll tear me up in no time. But I really would like to sink my teeth into the enemy carrier, and I know he's down here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and push south and go for that enemy carrier. The speed of the ship is 35 knots, which is very impressive, with a rudder shift of only 6.9 seconds, which is really fast. It shifts from full port to full starboard or back and forth in only 6.9 seconds. That's just great. But it doesn't move much. The turning radius is 710 meters. Translated over, that's 4 city blocks, almost 5. It takes about 4.5 city blocks for this thing to turn around. The city block being about 500 feet. Oh, missed me by a mile there.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
So while the rudder shift is fast, it's not that impressive. And that enemy battleship is turning around. Hopefully I can get the carrier soon. I know he's down here somewhere. Ah, there's the carrier. Happy days are here again. So I've got AP loaded, and I probably should have gone with high explosive. If I can set the enemy carrier on fire, the only way they can launch or recover airplanes is if they've got that special captain's ability. Hey, Citadel with a high explosive, right on. So the carrier is smartly turning around. Not only to bring their stern side toward me, but if they can turn west, then he can pull me west as well. And that will bring my ship into firing line with the enemy battleship sooner. But I really want to sink this carrier. I want him bad, so bad that I'm willing to risk that battleship coming up against me. And another Citadel. Oh, that's nice. So I'm switching back to armor piercing. I want to get more Citadels. And this guy's gone. Another Citadel. Yep, he'll be gone any second. Yep. Boom. But now, my guns are pointed south, and my next enemy is directly to my north, and I am broadside to this enemy. Not a good thing. So the carrier was very smart in how he suckered me in. But I wanted that carrier pretty bad. Now I'm angled. You can tell by the indicator on the lower left hand side of the screen. That is good angled. I've got my stern at about a 45-degree angle to him. I set him on fire and he put it out. So if I set him on fire again, he can't put it out. Okay. So I saw the incoming gunfire and turned my stern toward him and wound up bouncing a lot of the shells. Hey, that's our friendly carrier sending in an airstrike, and he landed a couple right on. And we've got another friendly ship coming in hard and fast, close range on this battleship for a torpedo run. So I'm going to have to lay off fire, or I might hit my own guy. So he launched his torpedoes and missed every one of them. Oh dear. Well, I am not going to push the alt button. I don't want you to know who goofed that one up. But the battleship is almost gone. Yeah, he'll be gone any second. He's burning stem to stern. Hopefully I'll get the credit for the kill. That'd be nice. Nope. They gave it to us on points. Sometimes you just gotta stop the bleeding. So, how'd we do? Scored 117,000 plus on silver, 17,091 on experience, 360 free experience, 91,790 on damage, 180 hits, sunk 6 citadels. Right on. Team score? Oh, we took first place by quite a margin. Detailed report. On the Zuiho, take a look at high explosive and armor piercing shells. If you doubled the number of high explosive shells, I would have done about 26,224 in damage. Obviously, high explosive shells were the way to go on taking out a Zuiho. Usually AP shells are. So this was just a learning experience thing. But on the Fruitaka, number of shells fired is roughly the same, but you can see a huge difference in damage caused. Armor piercing was definitely the way to go against the Fruitaka. I've been playing this game for a year and a half now, and I'm still learning how to use different types of projectiles. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going through these, and you can go back and look at them to figure out the numbers and decide how to work with different shell types. Let's take a look at experience. Yeah, it was not a half bad game. Alright, let's take a look at the armor layout on board the Budyonny. Get an idea of what to shoot at and what not. She is a good looking ship. Well, look at this. Collect a container. Oh, I love containers. Signals and camouflage, I'll roll with that. Sometimes I do try your luck. Consumables I just wind up selling. So, what did I get? This is fun. Alright, so we got plus 50% to experience, plus 20% to recovery. My battleships will love that. And type 5 camouflage. I'll take that. Alright, so let's get into the armor layout of the Budyonny. Filter out the different levels here. And there is the Citadel. The one place you never want to get hit. And you can see that the armor is not that great. 115 and 40, and it is exposed above the waterline. On top of that, you've got an additional 19 and 13 millimeters of armor. On top of that, you got the superstructure at 20 and 10 millimeters of armor, and of course your plating, which isn't much, 13 millimeters. Let's check out her guns. Wow, her guns got more armor than her Citadel. 175 on the front. Wow. So, very serious guns there. So here again are her numbers. Not going to spend a lot of time on this since we've gone over it all. 16.6 kilometer range. Those torpedoes are deadly if you land just one of them. 14,400 damage. There are ships out there that's half their health. And there's her AA. Not very impressive. I think I only got one that last battle. There's a maneuverability. Fast as they, really fast as they come, but a lousy turning radius. And then her concealment. Now for captain skills, I've had the Budyonny for a while. So for captain skills, we've got here endurance, priority target. I use that one to let me know when it's time to turn around and run. If you start seeing 4 or 5 enemies shooting at you, you know you're in deep trouble. When it comes to outfitting your captain for special skills, go with whatever matches your play style, not mine. You'll get much better performance if you do it that way. For level 2, I went with Last Stand. That's a really nice feature. It allows you to keep turning and working your engines even when they've been blown up. It takes time to repair them, but you can get going again. Now this one I'm seriously thinking about getting, spending the money on. It'll increase the turret rotation, only 0.7 degrees per second, but as you can see from my gameplay, I'm fairly aggressive, so that would definitely favor my play style. And then basics of survivability, always nice. You saw that it's real easy to get put on fire in this ship. Anyway, that is the Budyonny. She's an awful lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and have fun.